channel. And guys, wow, what a freaking phenomenal episode. First episode of Born Again, season 2, episode 1. Uh I really enjoyed this episode, guys. I'm gonna wait for everybody to come up in here. Probably said, man, what an episode. Peak, you said, Seth. Probably said, agreed. This was a phenomenal episode, and I just can't wait for everybody to get in here so we can talk about it. What an improvement. What an improvement. This first episode of Born Again season 2, it really, really blew me away. I just want to say thank you for everybody over on the Twitch watch party for the first episode of Born Again season 2. That was really, really fun. I think we're gonna do that every week. I'm probably gonna end stream. I think maybe a little bit earlier next time. I think I might end it probably like end the pre-show. Probably like, I don't know, like 8:40, 8:45. So that way we can have a little bit more time so I can get things prepared without rushing. Because I just in the nick of time made it for the watch party. But yeah, I thought it was it was really fun doing the watch party. You said that episode was peak gamey. Yeah, it was really, really peak. Lawrence, you said 9 out of 10. Lawrence said really solid episode. It was a solid first episode. I completely agree. Probably I loved the silent takedowns. Yes. So cinematic. Yep. Genuinely so good. I was stunned how good it was. I mean, cinematography wise, it really, really blew me away, which I do want to actually move this because the chat is in here. So let me move this out of the way. Remove. Yes. Cinematography wise, I'm really blown away how good it looked. It looked really good. Really, really good. Especially this shot when he's in the ship. My sister said she got Lemurian Star vibes from Captain America and the Winter Soldier, and I agree. Like, the fact when he was taking down the task force on the ship carrier, I thought that was really, really cool. Fisk is smuggling in guns. He's really, really, but we really don't know who's he smuggling them in for. So that is very interesting to me. Like, what's the guns for? Like, what's really happening and what's really building up this season? I really do wonder if this is going to feed into season 3, but we'll know by the end of this season in the finale of episode 8. So I am interested to see what's going to happen. Genuinely, like what the story is of what Fisk is planning. I'm really loving that, but I do gotta admit, like I said, the red like ambiance on the ship really makes the black suit pop with the red DDs. I love it. I loved the cinematography shots. I really loved the form of practical but also mix of CGI for some of the takedowns with the Billy Club with the grappler. I thought it really was perfect. A perfect mix where it wasn't too jarring. And you could really tell they're leaning more into the practical fighting, but it looks souped up. So I really, really appreciate that. Like, it looks a lot more souped up than what like OG Daredevil looked like, but it's not to the point of like it looks like a CGI man moving around. Like, I really do feel like they nailed it with the mix of the practical and also with the visual effects. So I really got to give a shout out for that because I thought that was really, really good. And I do think that it was a good start to really tone in to the tonal shift of also not just the tone and the look of the show, but also the form of storytelling that they're telling this season, but also that they really paid attention more. And it's just night and day. I can already tell by this first episode to the first episode back in season 1 of Born Again, it's night and day. Like, you can really tell that they really honed in more on the practical, and I really, really appreciate that. I know a lot of OG Daredevil fans do. This was a really solid start, and I do think that, the BB reports aren't as annoying as some people I said that they were in the first season. I do like how it's almost like a ploy, that it's like a cover up to show that, oh, the vigilante task force is actually they're helping out, the neighbors, they're helping out New Yorkers, you know what I mean? This is a good thing. Fisk is fighting the good fight. It's like it's a front for all of the actual bad stuff that's happening. I love it. It's like, in our real world where there's fake news. So it's very much so. I really do like what they're doing and how like the BB is actually like, oh, I am working for you, Fisk. I'll do this, Daniel. You know what I mean? Like, that threat that when you threaten me, it actually worked. But in reality, she's on the inside, and Karen and Matt are working with her. very much so how like Ben was the one that was kind of helping Karen try to, reveal Fisk as Kingpin. So I do kind of like how they built that relationship up there. I think that's solid foundation that makes it where it warrants like, okay, like this is how you fit, BB into the story is with Karen. And it's almost like a mentoring situation. And, I like what they're doing there. I really would appreciate going into season 3 though if we could really get back to the Bulletin. I really want to see the Bulletin more and Ellison and all that. I'm hoping we see that, or there's hope for that going into a season 3 or a season 4. But I do like the foundation that they are building up here, where we could eventually get the Bulletin and stuff like that, and Ellison and all that. That's what I hope. You said, I hope Cherry isn't dead, but he probably is. Yeah, Seth, Cherry looked like he was having a heart attack. I will say that was shocking to me. That was shocking to me. Probably said anyway, I got to head out. Glad I was able to hang out, and I'll see y'all soon. Peak episode with more Peak tomorrow. Invincibles. Yeah, season 4, episode 4. I think I might stay up for tonight's episode of Invincible. I might try to. Bethany said, I love the way Daredevil moves so much better here. Yeah, he was moving a lot better. A lot more mix of practical that I think with the I think it was a perfect balance, because there was a move where like it might I couldn't even tell. In the moment where like he was on the ground, he kind of did the nip up. That's what you call it when you flip up on your feet. When he was in that last sequence when he was fighting the task force, when he did that, I kind of look like a mix of pulley work, but also visual effects, but also whatever. I'm liking what they're doing. But I'm liking how they're honing in more on the fact that you can do wire work and you don't have to really rely on CGI all the time, unless you're using the grappler, then that would make sense. But I'm liking how when you they're not overly using the CGI, and I think that's actually a smart play. You said, probably said, I can't wait for the next week. And yeah, I can't wait for next week and next season. I know. It's going to be awesome. I'm already I'm pumped. I hated those reports. Yeah, I know you hated the BB reports. Marvel, you said, damn, what a great premiere episode. I thought it was a solid first episode. A really, really great start. I really want to rewatch the beginning of the episode, though. I might have to rewatch this tomorrow. I think I'm going to. Maybe even later tonight. I'm not too sure. I'm not over how sick that opening was with the boat. It gave opening Winter Soldier vibes. Marvel, my sister Bethany said that, and I was feeling the Lemurian Star vibes. I agree. I think that was a really solid way to use the visual effects on the sinking ship, but it really goes to show how Fisk is not willing to take any chances with this cargo not getting to where it needs to go at the ports. And I love how the last resort is if it's compromised, you sink the ship. You sink all the evidence. You just sink it. I do like that. That is very clever, and that's something I really never thought Fisk would actually do. As last resort, sink the ship. It makes me wonder also, I want to say that was Fisk's idea, but correct me if I'm wrong. Was that just the two guys that decided to do that? It's you know what I mean? It's all, I think that was a built-in safeguard, is that if it can't make it, we're sinking the ship. Which I do like a lot. You said, Seth, you said it's good. Bullseye came in clutch at the end of the episode. 100% Seth. Because Matt's identity would have been revealed if it was not for Bullseye. Now, mind you, Fisk knows Matt Murdock is Daredevil. Vanessa knows that Matt Murdock is Daredevil. But the whole task force would have knew. And honestly, I want to know what's keeping Fisk from just outing that. That's always been a question of mine ever since he knows that Matt is Daredevil. What's to stop him from just outing him? Someone fill in the gap right there, because I don't know. Maybe this is the long play. Maybe he doesn't want to just blurt it out. Maybe he wants to show that Matt Murdock is Daredevil. I don't know. But it makes me wonder why he's not revealing him. You said, Marvel said pretty sick the way to end it with Bullseye actually helping Matt out. I know, which really feeds my Bullseye and Matt are teaming up more. I actually want to try to find that one shot. Yeah, this feeds my my theories even more, not even theories, but even more of a notion that Bullseye and Daredevil are teaming up. We saw it, in case you didn't see it, there was set videos where you saw Bullseye and you saw Daredevil literally jumping out of Fogwell's gym's window, running away from the task force. And I do think that in this moment, maybe they do fight one another, but I do think that Matt tracks down Bullseye, probably to figure out, why did you help me? And is interested in figuring that out why. And I think it's going to lead them to maybe lead a meetup at this church. And maybe, just maybe, they end up getting into a scuffle and then the task force finds them. Or maybe they just start working together and the task force finds them. Who knows? But I think they're going to team up. And then this is that team up shot, because you see the red, you see the blue. They're building up to a team up in this season. I'm very interested to see. I think it's an enemy of my enemy is my friend. I think it's going to be a situation like that, like an enemy of my enemy is my friend. I think they are going to team up to take down Fisk. I think that's it's going to happen. I really do feel like this kind of merits it more and feeds into that, oh, they're definitely teaming up. Even though we kind of knew, because again, blue and red, you have this in this picture. I feel like we knew, and also because set photos and videos did it, where people were kind of like, oh, they're gonna probably team up, but this was kind of feeding more into that. But this even feeds more into that, the fact that he saved Daredevil, and also you probably know Dex hears comms, probably tapped into the comms. Now they didn't. I don't know if they said. I can't remember if they said, oh, Matt Murdock is Daredevil. Now, if they did say that, there's a chance that now Bullseye knows that Matt Murdock is Daredevil, because he didn't know before. So there's a chance he might know it now. So that even feeds more into the, oh my God, this is going to be very interesting, how this is going to go. I am excited. I do think that Dex is probably on some like redemption arc on wanting to get revenge on like Fisk and everything he's done wrong, being taken advantage of. I am interested to see that, because like Dex is still a villain, but like, he has been done wrong. He's been taken advantage of. So, you know, I'm here for this team up of Daredevil and Bullseye. I think they're going to do some damage. I'll tell you that. You said Dex knife scene was peak. Yeah, gaming it was. Beth, you said, I like Matt's haircut this season. In this one. Okay, cool. You said he looks like he's younger in this episode. Okay. You said, I hate Heather. She's so mean. And also, like, they have Jack. I can't. Can you imagine Fisk trying to go after someone like Thor, Tony Stark? If he was alive, these task force bros suck. Yeah, dude. That's why he's not on their radar, and luckily there's no Avengers to kind of go after him right now. Because they would if the Avengers were around. I do think that they would have. Marvel, you said, have we seen the new poster they just released of Daredevil and Fisk look awesome? No, I did not see that. What? Wait a second. They released a new poster with Daredevil and Fisk? Yo, bro. They are cooking. They cooked. This poster's so fire. I love how, like, we saw the first half. We didn't see the second half until after the episode. This is sick. This is so sick. Dude, I need this poster. They outdid themselves from the first poster. This poster I need. They cooked. Yeah, they cooked. They cooked. Yeah, 100%. I didn't capitalize the D. Oh, man, I hate when that happens on my keyboard. Likes to do that. Then 2 hashtags. Let me get rid of that hashtag. S-T-U-T. Alright. Sick. This is a sick poster. This poster's fire. I'm gonna say it now. This will be to 2, 3 Disney Plus shows: WandaVision, Loki, Born Again season 2. This will be top 3 Disney Plus show. Oh yeah, I think so. Marvel, you said the song at the end sounded kind of familiar. I feel like they used that song at some point in season 1 too, maybe. Lawrence, you said he looks like he did all his stunts. Oh yeah, 100%. Like Charlie does look like he did all of his stunts. Yeah. It's good. The color is nice. Yes. I'm back. Yo, what's up? Hope. How's it going? Marvel, you said looks a lot better than the one from season 1. Oh yeah, the poster. Yeah, the poster's sick. Yeah. Wow, that poster is amazing. It's so stylish. It is so stylish. I'm glad BB finally got the truth about her uncle. She needed to know. Exactly. She definitely needed to know. I feel like at the same time though, I'm shocked she didn't. I feel like when she was against Fisk from the get-go, I feel like she kind of knew. I believe she even stated she kind of knew and assumed that Fisk is the reason that her uncle did die. So I'm not surprised. You know what I mean? That wasn't really like a big reveal that she got. I think that was more of a confirmation that, oh my God, like I was right that my uncle did die at the hands of Fisk. So I feel like that was more of a confirmation that, oh, like I've just found out for the first time. But wow, like I'm just, yeah, wow too. Okay, so Daredevil Born Again season 2 right now is sitting at a 96%. Okay. Daredevil Born Again season 2 debuts with a 96 on Rotten Tomatoes. Read our review. Okay, so this is as of right now. And I don't know if this is of the whole season or just the first couple of episodes that have been shown. I think if I'm correct, there are people that have seen all 8 episodes. So maybe that this is them until as we keep getting more episodes, the fresh meter might go down because it's released to the public on terms of the popcorn meter. So we'll just have to wait and see. But honestly, I agree. So far, it definitely does. And what we've seen from trailers, it definitely does deserve. A 90s. They cooked. They did. You said, she assumed it, but that was her first confirmation. Exactly. Bethy said, wow. Oh, wow. There's 2 episodes next week. Yeah, there is. There are 2 episodes next week. So episodes 2 and 3 will be next week. Yes. It really is feeling more and more like Netflix. I agree, Marvel. It definitely is. I'm loving the vibes. It just looks more like a higher budget Netflix Daredevil. Like it does. I think they really executed it, and I'm loving the cinematography. I can't get over that. The cinematography in this episode was, I mean, come on. It was clean. The cinematography was clean in this episode. I'm also interested, who do we think Charles is? Like, what's his importance? Who is he working for? He's coming from DC, so could he be working for Val? Maybe. Could he be working... I don't know. I feel like Val's more of like... Oh, Val, there's no shot, does not know about him. I feel like also like Val's connection to Kingpin is definitely there because, again, Val... I think if I'm correct, Fisk hired Val like to hire an assassin to go after Clint. So all in all, I feel like the pieces are there where like Fisk's connections, and Fisk got connected to Charles, which Charles most likely is Mr. Charles is most likely connected to Val somehow, some way. I would be down for that. That's awesome. You said I got Kingpin ML Gamerverse just wait. I got Kingpin ML Gamerverse just to pose. Marvel Legends Gamerverse to pose when watching episode 1. Awesome, Gamey. That's what's up. Bevy said, what did you think of Karen and Matt finally being a couple? Oh my God, yes. You said, I love seeing Matt and Karen back together too. Wanted them back together in season 3. It didn't get why they weren't. Yeah, exactly. At the end of I felt like they should have got back together at the end of season 3. It kind of made sense. I felt like I always ship Karen and Matt. I never shipped Karen and Frank. I'm not a Karen and Frank shipper. I've always been a Matt and Karen shipper. They just make sense. They just make sense. And I've been here for it since season 2 of since season 1 of Daredevil. What am I talking about? Like, it's always been there. The chemistry's been there. It's been building up, especially like in season 2. I wanted them to stay together, but Elektra got in the way. Don't get me wrong. I was feeling two types of ways. I was like, I'm okay with if Elektra and Matt get back together, and I was kind of like, no, like, but they always made sense. They always made sense. Karen is good for Matt. It always made sense, and I'm happy to see it. You said, do we think she'll actually appear? Who was talking about, Elektra? Yeah, the Fontaine. Oh, reference is crazy. Oh yeah, do we think Val will show up? Maybe she could show up in like one of the. I mean, she's shown up on Disney Plus shows before, so who knows? Maybe at the end she'll show up. Yo, that end cliffhanger, yes, Bayside. I know, it was crazy, very interesting. Right, as much as we want Frank to find a woman, Karen is Matt's girl. Man, exactly. I want to rewatch the episode again. I do too. You said be funny if Elektra and Punisher got together. Marvel, it would be funny. It would definitely be funny. I mean, they both got that the red in their ledger. They both have a problem not killing. I mean, they both have a problem, killing people. So, they don't have a problem not killing people. So it would work out. It would actually work out. Funny enough. I want to find some shots too. I love the aspect ratio. I do gotta say, seeing the aspect ratio change, that was so sick. Seeing the aspect ratio change, I love seeing stuff like that. I love it. It's so sick. I think it's a lot better them doing this, and then the zoom in. That's something that they didn't do in Netflix Daredevil. It was like almost like a third person POV when Matt heard someone talk, and it was like almost like blurred out. So I do appreciate that they're using the aspect ratio. It's a beautiful way to capture Matt's heightened senses. I always love that. I think it's so cool when they do that. Guys, give me a minute. My mom's calling. Sorry about that, guys. That was my mom. She just wanted to see if I was coming home tonight. Yeah, but I love the aspect ratio change. I can't get over how sick it looks when they do that. I do love when they utilize that. You said Dex and Matt's fight could be episode 2 or 3. Yeah, Bayside, it could be. You never know. It could. You said, Marvel, I love those parts too. Yeah. I do miss the ratio always being full though, like Netflix. I just appreciate it a little bit more, that like you actually see him like honing in, and it's almost like he's listening, and then when he focuses, it goes in. I love that. I think it's sick. Like it focuses in more. I love it. I'm a sucker for that. I do say that they that's heat. And it's very much how what they do in the comics, like how the panel work. So it is sick how they utilize that. It is really, really cool. Ladies and gentlemen, meet Mr. Charles. That's funny. Yeah, but this shot was crazy. I will say that. What do we think, Mr. Charles? What do we think of Mr. Charles so far? I like Matthew Lillard a lot. I mean, of course, like I think I always liked him, but like as of late, I love the the come up he's on in terms of his I guess in his career he's been on a big come up, on a big rise, and I'm happy for him. I really do feel like he is really really good. I really really feel like he's on a roll right now with his roles and on a roll with his career, and I really do like what they're doing with him. I don't really know though who's in charge of him, who he works for. I wonder. I want to say it's Val. Val's pretty high up in DC, so I don't know. Um, too bad. Too bad. Black Widow is dead. We never got her and Matt. And Matt, yeah. They could use Yelena in use Yelena in the of her Lawrence. Oh, okay. I thought that Duffy character was really good too. Wait. Oh yeah, I thought that Duffy characters was really good too. Oh, you mean Kirsten? I liked, yeah, Kirsten. I feel like they kind of executed their dialogue a little bit better, and I feel like they utilized them a lot better. Cherry and Kirsten. Now, mind you, I do think Cherry might die unless they can get him to the hospital in time. I don't know what's going on there. She did a great job. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, Matthew's a great character. Yeah, a great actor. I think he is. I can see him working for Val. Yeah, that's what I'm saying is I think it just I'm leaning more there because I feel like there's more to Val, especially judging on when this is. This could be around the time of, well, how do I put this? Probably around the time of Thunderbolts. I'm thinking, or maybe a little bit before the Thunderbolts, where in one of the shots where you see Jessica Jones and Matt teaming up and fighting the task force, you see an ox. I think it's like an ox crate, which of course is if you watch the Thunderbolts, ox is what Val was involved in, which made Sentry. So you never know. You never know. I mean, that could kind of like pave the way. And let's say Thunderbolts did happen, Val could still be doing shady stuff behind the scenes, or there could still be remnants of Ox and that all being used, and that could still be around, especially in terms of black market deals and stuff in this world. So who knows, but Val very much could be involved. But I do like how they ended it, where it's like, you're welcome. That's interesting. That Dex says, you're welcome. Like, I saved you. You're welcome. You kind of owe me one. I wonder what's in it for Dex. I don't know. I am interested to meet up where Bullseye's headspace is at. That's probably the most interesting thing to me that merits the team up. I know that they're going to team up to take down Fisk. Probably. Maybe not the entire time. Maybe both him and Dex get in a situation where they end up fighting. The task force tracks them, and then they have to team up to fight their way out. Maybe Dex is really trying to right his wrongs. I feel like that would make sense in his own way. Still killing people, still doing things, but righting his wrongs. The same as how Frank rights his wrongs. So I am, and so like honestly on an anti-hero standpoint, I feel like Dex is kind of on a track, but also not fully there. Well, he'll probably still do things. You know what I mean? That's not very Punisher-like. So I don't know. I'm very interested to see where Dex's headspace is at, especially after he did shoot an innocent man. Dex did do that. Dex did shoot Matt when that bullet was intended for Kingpin. So it's like, it is interesting. It is interesting where it's kind of like, if he did, honestly, this kind of feeds in more to like, if he did know Matt was Daredevil, this is kind of like, I don't even know what, like, I wouldn't even say that. I am interested to see what Dex's motivations are here with this. It is very interesting. You said, yeah, I could see him working for Val. Yeah. Bethany, you said they showed Matt breaking someone's arm again. They did. You saw bone. You did see bone, and it was in the boat sequence on the ship. Yeah, That was gross. That was gross. Um, there's no way Kingpin and Val haven't met. That's what I'm saying is that they definitely have. There's no shot they haven't. Um, doesn't seem like Dex actually has any ill will towards Matt, surprisingly. I mean, that's if he knows that Matt is Daredevil, which we never that never got specified in season 3 of Daredevil. Does he know that Matt Murdock is Daredevil? Does he know? Do you see what I'm saying? I feel like he would put the pieces together, but then again, I don't know. I really don't know. Mind you, I feel like if they said, "Oh my God, Daredevil's Matt Murdock," or Matt Murdock is Daredevil in that sequence, which I can't remember, guys, let me know if the task force said, "Oh my God, Matt Murdock is Daredevil." I don't think they got those words out because they would have reported that to the other task force. I think they were gonna say that, but then Dex shot them before they could say anything. So I don't know. I really don't know the merit to this. I don't know if Dex knows Matt Murdock is Daredevil, if he doesn't know. Or we really don't know. And we really don't know what the meaning is of "you're welcome." I don't know. I really don't know. Maybe he's just hunting the task force. It just so happened the task force ran into Daredevil and he saved Daredevil. Maybe it's just as simple as that. Maybe he's trying to right his wrongs, and it just so happened he was following the task force, and it led the task force led him to Cherry, then into Daredevil, and he gave Daredevil, he saved him. You know what I mean? He cut him some slack. Who knows? You said doesn't seem like, okay, you said I don't think he does know. That's what I'm thinking. I don't think he does know either. Beth, you said he knows now they pulled his mask off. That's what I'm thinking. Is there a chance he saw? But I don't know. I'm itching to know. I'm just itching to know because we don't know the merit. And it is going to be interesting, especially if he does know that Matt Murdock is Daredevil now. He owes Matt Murdock an apology because Bullseye's killed his best friend. And I don't know how that's going to go. I don't know. I want to know. I really do want to know, though. This is so sick. Someone made a GIF already. That's cool. Who else cheered? I cheered. I love that. Who else cheered? I love that the Daredevil page reposted that. It's great. I need this as my screensaver. Give me a minute. I gotta like save this. I want this as like my screensaver. Save image. I'm gonna make this as my screensaver later. I'm gonna say the desktop. Save it for the desktop. I'm gonna make that my screensaver later because that actually goes hard. That's sick. I need that poster, bro. I need that. I'm really hoping Hasbro announces the Black Suit Daredevil soon. If they do have it come with an unmasked alternate head as well, would be sick. Marvel, you just said it. I would love a Matt Murdock alternate head. That would be phenomenal. I mean, they killed it with the John Bernthal head. I really want them to make an accurate Charlie Cox head for the Daredevil fig. That would be amazing. I don't think him apologize to Matt when mean anything, honestly. I mean, yeah, probably not, but it would be interesting, though, because I don't know if I don't know. It would be interesting for Dex's character, because Dex is multi-layered. He's not just like a straight-up villain. There's like multiple layers to him, and I think it would be interesting. And I'm just interested to see where Dex's headspace is out. His headspace is at, because they kind of left it on a perfect note, where I do think we'll see Bullseye in the next 2 episodes. I think so. I definitely think so. Yeah, but I do love seeing them together, Karen and Matt. I just want to like talk about that because I actually have a picture here. I love that they're together. It's great. I think if I'm correct, 4 months have passed. If I'm correct, from the events of Born Again Season 1 to the events of Born Again Season 2, I think 4 months or 5 months have passed. I think it's 4 months if I'm correct. Correct me if I'm wrong. Even in the archive, once this is an archive stream and you're watching this, if you are watching this, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it's 4 months since the events of Season 1 of Born Again, since the finale. You said, Marvel, you said the fight has got to be next episode. Probably, maybe. Yeah, but Heather's losing it though. Heather seeing Muse's like Muse haunting her, and saying that like I forget the word she said, like she said almost like are you being not haunted. It was like what word did she use, Heather? Where she said that she's like it kind of sounded like she was being taken over. Like, honestly, by, like, this... I forget what word it is. She didn't say haunted, but she said something else. Correct... Guys, let me know. Like, there was a specific word she said where it sounded like she's actually being, like... Like, there's, like, almost some influence there. She's going crazy. 100%, Lawrence. She's going crazy. No doubt about it. Like, no doubt about it. I thought since... last season that Heather will become the new Muse. I've even more holding on to that theory now. Yeah, possessed. Thank you. She said possessed. Cooked. She said possessed. I'm like, you are gonna spiral, girl. I'm like, you might turn into Muse. And I'm okay with that, bro. Like, it would actually be peak. It would be peak. But it also might warrant that GIF we saw. That was kind of like, I could save her. You know what I mean? I could save her. Did you guys see? Okay. I don't know if anybody else saw this. The GIF of Heather Glenn. I don't know if I'm going to be able to find it. Daredevil Born Again Season 2. Heather? I don't know. I don't know if I'll find it. But if you guys know the GIF I'm talking about, I wonder if anybody knows the GIF. I don't know if I'm going to be able to find it. Probably not. I'd be surprised if I could. But there was a GIF that was going around of Heather. There we go. There we go. I could save her, bro. I mean, this is the GIF that changed people's mind about Heather Glenn. Honestly, you know what's funny though is that I liked Heather from I did like Heather from day one. I did. I've said that. But then when she started going on her tangent of, oh, Daredevil didn't save me, I saved me. I'm like, you lost me, girl. I'm like, you're fine, but you lost me. I'm like, you did not save yourself. If Daredevil didn't show up and come flying through those glass windows in your office, you would have been cooked. So, but I can save her. You know what I mean? Like, but this was the gift that changed people's mind about Heather Glenn. I'm telling you that. Once this episode happens, I'm just saying. She is bad. The actress that plays Heather Glenn. I think it's like Margarita something. I don't want to say her last name wrong, but she's bad. She is bad. You're still streaming. Sweet. Yes, of course, Prop. I'm still streaming. You said, oh yeah, that line was utter crap. Yeah, Marvel, yeah. Daredevil didn't save me, I saved me, and I was like... I think the entire, like... That kind of fed more into the people that hated the new characters of Born Again Season 1, like Cherry, Kirsten, Heather. That line fed the Heather Glenn haters out there to the point of like, no, like, see, and people were like, see, that's why I didn't like her or something. But I did like that character until she said that line. I was like, and until she started going after vigilantes, saying that they're the problem, I'm like, nah. She's on some Harley Quinn. She is. She definitely is. That's a great way to put it. Yeah, like I said, I'm interested to see what path she goes on to. Yeah. Harley Quinn is the best way to put it. That was cool. The ricochet was cool. How like ding 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 ding. That's sick. That's so bullseye. She's a psychotic, 100%. Prop. She's definitely psychotic. Heather. She's getting there. She is getting there, and I am interested to see what they're gonna do with her. I am interested. I don't know what they're gonna do. Like how far they'll go with how much she is spiraling. I am interested to kind of see what they do with that. I really don't know where they're gonna go with it. I do want to go here though, because this is sick. Someone did get like shots from the boat sequence. I would say the boat sequence was the best fight of this episode. Clearly, it was the one that they went in all out on, and I just loved the vibes of this city is literally in martial law, and Daredevil is doing his thing and making it known that I, Daredevil, am the reason that this ship is, you're not getting your weapons, and the reason the ship is going into the harbor. Like, I love that. I love how he's like showing that it was him. It's very Batman, and I'm loving it. I'm loving it so much. It's so sick that he had to show him that his moniker of the DDs, letting Fisk know, haha, look at your ship. Like, you know what I mean? Like, he's trolling him. He's trolling Fisk. That's disgusting. That is the bone breaking. This is more visceral than when Matt did that to one of the task force members in season 1. I think it was in the apartment when, like, he said, don't do this, and he did not want to, like, let the devil out, and he's bent back bro's arm, and you saw blood. You see bone and guts there. Like, that's disgusting. Like, that's badass, but that's gross. Like, he's letting the devil out. He really is letting the devil out. And this is cool, too. I like how they kind of, like, did the shadow. That's sick. That's cool. Like I said, there's a lot of raw shots in this, and I loved it. Very visceral, screaming back to Netflix Daredevil shots, and I love it. Just like old times. I gotta repost this. Just like old times. That suit looks so sick. I can't wait to get that Daredevil suit. That is the next up on my list to get the Daredevil suit. That arm break was nuts. It was. It definitely was. You know, when they say if psychologists weren't psychologists, they would be crazy. That is interesting. Yeah. Right, because the last time you saw it go through the sleeve, here is the full I know, like, it was more visceral, Marvel. It was more like, oh my god, like, his arm, like, yo, but the suit's sick. I can't get this shot too. I just want to say the bridge shot when he's on the bridge is so sick. I mean, come on. We didn't get shots like this in Netflix Daredevil. When he's on the bridge, nah, they cooked. That's what a bigger budget will do. You can do shots like that. I'm telling you, they cooked. Knock, knock, devil back. I love that. The devil's back. It says knock, knock, devil's back. I gotta repost that. It's actually clean. Okay. Valentina Allegra DeFontaine is mentioned in Daredevil Born Again, Season 2, Episode 1. I was correct. I think that is how Mr. Charles showed up, is because Val knows Mr. Charles and probably sent him there to go see Fisk. I knew it. I said it. I love it. I'm glad that got confirmed. Let's go. Psychologist is going crazy. Yeah. Hello there. What's up, user? VK7. How's it going? Welcome to the channel. You said the psychologist is going psycho. Lawrence, you said they need to top the door scene. Wait, they need to top the door scene? What's the door scene? They need to top the door scene. W episode. Terrell W episode, indeed. Is Born Again connected to Brand New Day? User VK7? I hope so. I really do hope so. I have a feeling it probably will be, but we won't know until we probably won't know until Brand New Day, or we probably won't know until the Punisher special, honestly. But I still have hopes that Charlie Cox is playing the werewolf right now, very much how Andrew Garfield did, denying that he was in No Way Home. I have a feeling that Charlie Cox is denying that he's in Brand New Day, but he's in Brand New Day as Daredevil. I just have faith. I have faith. I hope so. I really do hope so, because that would be so clean. So sick. I need that. I need it. You said, yeah, as soon as I heard DeFontaine, I knew it was her. Yeah. The Wilson Fisk scene, the door. Oh, God. That was visceral. Yes, Lawrence. Oh, man. I mean, I will say what topped the door scene is him squishing the dude's head in season 1. That did it for me. That practical head smush when you saw the no. You saw the head cave in. That was up there. That was up there. I think that was more visceral than the door slamming, because you actually saw the head. No, it was gross. It was gross. Fisk has something. You know what I mean? He has a weird thing going on with encaving people's heads, dude. Charlie had a big smile on his face as he said no about being in Brand New Day. That's what I'm saying. User VK7, you said it should be connected to Brand New Day because of I love Kingpin and Spider-Man. I agree. I really want to. I would love it to be connected. I think a lot of people would. Prop, he said, "Oh yeah, that was insane." Yes. Also, Punisher in the trailer. Yeah. That looked fake though. I mean, I don't think it looked fake. I thought that looked pretty legit. I thought that looked pretty good. Mixed between the practical effects. I thought that looked pretty good. The jail scene with Waits came close. Yeah. You talking about in Punisher? I think it was Punisher season 2 when he had the weights. Are you talking about when he was about to I think it Daredevil season 3 when Fisk had the weight and he was gonna put it on. I think it was, I can't remember whose face it was. But yeah. James Marsden was on trial last night about lying to Jimmy Kimmel about not being in Doomsday. It was funny, was it? Okay, that's actually pretty funny. Grossed me out hard, to be honest. I thought dude was gonna get it. Yeah. That head squish scene. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It was gross. Yeah, I'm telling you, this was a good start to the point where I do think this will make a lot of people happy. I love that shot. Such a sick shot. Aura farming. Oh yeah, the aura farming goes crazy. Daredevil's always doing it though. Wilson, my Fisk hard tonight, bro. Wait, Wilsoning my Fisk hard tonight, bro. We will be dexing our. Oh jeez, bro. Oh god. This suit is so sick. I can't wait to get my hands on this suit. I can't wait. It's gonna be so sick. His face of a man who likes it, hell, he loves it. Yeah. There's the tomato reveal. That's what's up. The Rotten Tomato reveal. Not everyone believes Fisk's lies. Who do we think this is? I want to know that. Who do we think this is? The Mayor Fisk troll. Who do we think it is? Season 3, yeah. Also, Punisher and King debut in Spider-Man comics, so that even is more reason that Daredevil to appear as well. User VK7, I hope so. I really do hope so. I want it bad. We all want it bad. If you're a Spider-Man fan, if you're a Daredevil fan, you want that crossover of Daredevil and Spider-Man. You want it. I'm worried for Mr. Charles already. I gotta say, yeah, Marvel, I don't think he's making it into season 3, bro. He already pissed Fisk off. Exactly. He might be cooked. Probably said, lol. Terrell said, Hot Toys teased that they're making a black suit Daredevil figure. I did repost that. I did. This was earlier today, too. If I could find it. There we go. Yeah. Hot Toys, yeah. They're planning on doing a black suited Daredevil. I'm not going to lie. I don't have very many Hot Toys. This is tempting. I gotta say, this is tempting. The only other Hot Toys I have, only Hot Toys I have, is my Hot Toys Winter Soldier stealth suit Captain America. That's the only one I own. So, yeah. You said Bethany Karen. Marvy said, no idea who that is, to be honest. Yeah, I don't know. You think it's Karen, the troll? You think that troll this is Karen? That would be funny. I actually think that'd be hilarious if Karen's doing this, but I don't think Karen's doing it. Then again, I could see. I mean, I don't know. I don't think so because I don't think Karen would be making fun of BB Urich. You know what I mean? Saying that, Fisk has BB in his pocket. I don't think that'd be the case. So I think this could be. I'm really not leaning more to Mr. Charles anymore. I thought I thought this was Matthew Lillard's character. On the side, he was like trolling Kingpin, but I'm not sure anymore if this is Mr. Charles anymore. And someone said 100% Matthew Lillard under there. That would be funny. I mean, yeah, Matthew Lillard's comedy aspect. This screams him, and also Scream of being behind the mask. I feel like this kind of would warrant a character like Matthew Lillard to be playing a character like this, someone behind a mask. It would make sense, but at the same time, I'm not so sure anymore. I don't know. You said we got Matt. We are getting Punisher and the Hand. They have to do it in Secret Wars. Yeah. Charles, you said I think Fisk can't really touch Mr. Charles at all. Daredevil will be the last. Daredevil is the least of his problems. If he kills someone when the shadow government that is allowing Fisk to do these inhuman things. Yeah. Lauren, she said plot twist. What if it's Heather? I'm joking. Could you imagine? That would be interesting. Lol. If that was Heather, she's all the way spiral. She might have came up in the dictionary with the word spiraling because yeah, that would be crazy if she was doing not only being haunted or possessed by Muse, but also was making fun, trolling Kingpin on the side. Dude, no wonder she's spiraling if she's doing both of those things simultaneously. That's crazy. I don't know though. I don't know. I feel like this is Mr. Charles, but we'll find out. I hope someone admits Fisk killed Gallo. There was a lot of witnesses there. Yeah. Heather already becoming Muse law 100%. 100% Darrell. She definitely is. Oh, maybe it was Heather. I don't know. Maybe. She's being possessed and all. Who knows? Is Muse a spirit now? I guess so. Good writing. It would be good writing. Yeah, I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. I really don't know. But I think Muse is a spirit now. I do think so. I do think. Yeah, this is crazy work. Dude, look. He's in the corner. He's camping in the corner. Oh, bro. It's cooked. I don't know. Heather having PTSD from Muse attack. Yes. Yeah, she is. Yeah, she is. Someone says you're welcome. Oh, yeah. I was like, why did they say that? And I thought, okay, the knife coming in, you're welcome. Yeah. I want to get the shot of his reveal, though. When I mean my mouth, my jaw was on the floor when this happened. My jaw was on the floor when this happened. I thought, no shot, they're revealing Matt Murdock is Daredevil in episode 1 of season 2 of Born Again. I was like, they're not doing that. I was like, there's no shot that's happening. If they would have actually did that, that's peak. That would have been, if they would have actually did it, I would have been like, this is so interesting for the storytelling going forward. Because how does Heather take that? What would Heather think of that? But what would Kirsten would find out? The world would find out. And I just wonder if they, especially because, as you know, the vigilante, Karen said that the vigilante court hearing is coming up where it's about what society should do about vigilantes. Should they act or should they not? That would, I think, I mean, come on, lawyered by day, vigilante by night, known as Daredevil. That would be crazy. That would probably like split the like I don't even know, like I think that would shatter like the world of the law. Like that would shatter it crazy. I just think that would be very interesting in that moment of how would society, how would the people of New York look upon Matt Murdock doing such a thing of like being a lawyer by day, Daredevil by night. It just would be very interesting. I don't know. I don't know if they'll touch more upon that or they won't like or that was like oh my god that almost happened, but his identity will still be kept. I wonder. It is very interesting. You said if Kingpin and Daredevil. Okay, read that. Okay, read that. Anyway, okay. Okay. They got you. They got you good. They didn't. Yeah. I think this was foreshadowing that they will reveal it. Maybe Marvel. I wonder, because I wonder. Maybe that's why in this shot. Give me a minute. Maybe that's why I'm gonna try to find the shot first if I can. I might have to go to the trailer to find it because I don't know if I'm gonna be able to find it online. You know what? I'm just gonna go on X, type in Daredevil, and hopefully I'll be able to find it because this will kind of maybe more merit. Will merit this shot that we've been seeing in the trailers. And I'm gonna see if I can find it, and I really don't know if I'm gonna be able to find it or not. So, but I am willing to try to find it. Come on. I'm trying to find it when they're all behind. The people they all have Daredevil masks on, and they're behind Karen, and they're behind Jessica Jones. I don't even know if I'm gonna find that shot. Here we go. This might merit this sequence because if the people of New York find out that Matt Murdock is Daredevil and find out about all the good he's been doing, especially like the people that don't know, because Mahoney. Brett never found out that Matt Murdock was Daredevil, but that would, I think, feed more into you're a good man, you're good. And I think the people that know Daredevil's fighting the good fight and knowing that he's a lawyer by day and fights at night when the law fails people, I think will still merit the people to stand behind him. Because maybe Fisk will use that as like a catalyst, like, oh, Matt Murdock is Daredevil, oh, you're beat, but the people of New York might round up, like, in his corner. Like, they might back him up. So who knows? But I do feel like that must have something to do with maybe that happening where his identity does get put out. And like maybe, you know, maybe it is a split. People have split feelings about it. But I do think at the end of the day, people will show up for him. And then maybe that this is kind of like the final act where people do show up for him and in support of that we're on Daredevil's side. So I wonder, I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. Who knows? But it is very interesting when you really put this scene in perspective. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. Anyone get that Muse Bullseye ML set? Wait, Marvel Legends set? Oh, I got it, Marvel. I can't wait to get it in hand. I haven't been able to pre-order it yet. That's because it's sold out. Hopefully Marvel, when they do release it, and if people return their pre-orders, you'll be able to get one. I hope you can. I really, really do. They got you. Okay, read that. You said really, yeah. I thought we wouldn't see anything like this until episode 4 or 5. Well, I am shocked that most of the things we saw in the trailer and teaser are all from the first episode. I know, it's actually insane. Who's your favorite superhero? Mine is Spider-Man. User VK7, I would say mine is Spider-Man 2, but Daredevil is like a close second. I mean, Daredevil is on my second, but they're kind of like neck and neck. I love them both so much, but Spider-Man. I mean, I grew up a Spider-Man even before I knew who Daredevil was. But I've really learned to really love Daredevil. Like I really love Daredevil. He's my second favorite Marvel superhero. Is Daredevil? Yes. And I'd say my third is probably Wolverine. So I'd say actually no. I'd say Spider-Man, Daredevil, maybe Captain America, then Wolverine. I don't know. Captain America is my favorite too. Maybe even like Captain America's right next to I don't know. That's hard. They're kind of like all the same. Like I don't know. Captain America for sure is like up there, like with Spider-Man and Daredevil for sure. For sure. That's awesome though. Spider-Man's the GOAT. Yeah, you're on to something. I think so, Prop. I think so. I think I might be on to something with this. We'll have to wait and see though. I just wonder how they'll explain Mahoney's absence in season 1. Is bro just gonna be like, I just got back from vacation? I mean, you know what's funny is that I feel like that's what they're gonna say in the Batman 2, that the Batman wasn't in the Penguin, and then I think Gordon's gonna be like, where were you? And he's gonna be like, I was on vacation. I mean, like, because yeah, Mahoney's on fraud watch. Where was Mahoney? Batman's on fraud watch. You know what I mean? Spider-Man's a little bit on fraud watch. I'm not gonna lie. You know what I mean? Like, so I don't know. Also, user, I like Spider-Man, Daredevil, Wolverine best. Yes, facts, Prop. Two great minds think alike. I guess 100%. Who's your favorite version of Spider-Man on screen, including cartoon or Miles Morales? If we're thinking about cartoons, I would say Spectacular Spider-Man's my favorite version of Spider-Man. Spectacular Spider-Man, Josh Keaton might be my favorite, but also I would say a close second is probably Yuri Lowenthal's Spider-Man from the Insomniac Spider-Man games. I'd say third, Tom, and then I would say fourth, Toby, and then I'd say Andrew. Because I'm gonna stick with that. I love Andrew, don't get me wrong, but just no, Toby for me and just how those movies were. Yeah, if I had to rank them like that, that's how I'd probably do it. Yeah. But there's just something special. I think in terms of super accurate, Spectacular Spider-Man and Yuri Lowenthal's performance as Spider-Man in the Spider-Man games. It doesn't get more better than that. And I think now, like, to warrant that third spot is definitely Tom. With Spider-Man Brand New Day, it's becoming perfect for his version of Spider-Man. I'm seeing it. You know what I mean? And I respect the first 3 movies because it led us to him becoming Spider-Man now. So like I've grown to respect those movies even more because we're now getting what we're getting now. And people don't see that either. Is that what they were trying to do? And I had because mind you, I had problems with, you know, Homecoming and Far From Home over time. As they came out, I kind of like saw flaws within them. I still enjoy them, but I saw flaws within them. And then once No Way Home came out, I was like, you know what? I now see what they were doing. I was like, I'm here for it. And a new trilogy now, it's perfect. It's perfect. I got best Spider-Man inbound. I'm telling you. You said, well, I've heard. You said, Marvel, said, well, I've heard other people say the reason Batman didn't show up in the Penguin is because nothing big happened enough. Oh my God. And the show to make him appear. And he was busy with other things. The whole city didn't know where he was, so that doesn't make any sense. Like, people didn't pay attention. The defenders of that show did not pay attention because everybody was asking, where the hell is he? It's not even just like he was busy and you see the symbol in the sky and like and like you hear the news talk about him. Everybody was busy. I don't even want to go more into that, but people didn't pay attention in that show to warrant that defense of where he was, in my personal opinion. Andrew is really a great Spider-Man. I think he is, yeah. Marvel, you said, I recently got the Amazing Spider-Man 2 video game. It's pretty underrated. You know what's funny is I got that game when like the movie was coming out and I was so disappointed. I think I returned the game because of how bad that second movie was. I'm not gonna lie. I returned it because I was like, this movie stunk. I need to return this game. Like, that's the only other time I've been that disappointed of a movie was probably Joker 2 and also Captain America Brave New World, of me being super disappointed and let down. And I remember being so let down by Amazing Spider-Man 2, I returned that game because I was like, this movie was dog water. I was like, I've learned to, I'm not, it's enjoyable now, but it's still not great. Like, it's not great. Amazing Spider-Man 2 is my fave. I'm sorry to hear that, but I'm happy for you. But I like sequences in that, but storytelling wise, it's not great. Visually wise, I will agree, it's probably the best looking Spider-Man, but story wise, it's pretty bad. I'm not gonna lie. Amazing Spider-Man 1, I do like a lot more than 2, though. I think Amazing Spider-Man 1 is underrated, to be honest. You said Rob Builder, yeah, Andrew is a very underrated Spider. Yeah, he is. I've played the TASM 1 game. For the thirds, it was kind of quirky. Yeah. Marvel said, well, it's a different story than the movie. The first Amazing Spider-Man will always be the better Andrew movie, 100%. Thank you, Marvel. Like that. It's clearly the best one. And story wise, I think it was a fun, unique twist on the origin and kind of like I liked it. I liked it a lot. I did. I gotta disagree. I gotta disagree. I love the swinging though in it though. I will say the swinging is. He might have the best swinging, Andrew, but I do think Brand New Day might be able to beat it out. I think so. I agree, Marvel. Yeah, Brand New Day has one of the same. Yes, thank you. I was gonna say that. User VK7. They do have the same visual effects guys. Yes, working on it. Yeah, VFX guys from TASM 2, and you see that. Yeah, Amazing Spider-Man 2 looked good visually, but the story was bad. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, exactly. It looked amazing. And I always said that the swinging looked the best. It felt more like the Spider-Man universe, Andrew's movies, than any of them. But I feel like now with Brand New Day, we're coming across that perfect territory of now he's swinging through New York, doing his thing. Punisher's being involved. I'm feeling it. I'm feeling like super comic accurate. This is what I've been waiting for. I've been waiting for it. Now I just need Daredevil to complete it. I just need to team up with Spider-Man and Daredevil, and it's complete. I don't want to hear no ill will. Best Spider-Man trilogy inbound. Best Spider-Man inbound. The story that they're telling with Tom, I feel like is going to be one of the best Spider-Man stories of all time. I really do feel it. And I really do feel like we're in for an all-timer here with this next Spider-Man movie. I'm so geeked I bought the Spider-Man suit. And the unboxing dropping soon. But all right, guys. W first episode of the Born Again Season 2, Episode 1. W first episode premiere. We are going to end it here because I do got to get home. It is 11:01. I got to get home because my mom needs me to help her get the babies to sleep and stuff. And I got to make some bottles for her. But I just want to say thank you for everybody coming in here for the pre-show or for the pre-show pre-show live stream episode. Yeah, what do I call it? The pre-show live discussion for this first episode of Born Again Season 2, and also coming in for the after party spoiler discussion for Born Again Season 2. I really appreciate everybody, showing up. Showing out, especially for everybody that took the time to go over to Twitch to actually watch the episode with me. We'll be back here next week to watch episodes 2 and 3, and of course do the for the watch party at 9 p.m. But also we will be here, of course, at 7:50 for the pre-show live discussion, and then we'll be here for the after party spoiler discussion, which most likely won't start until 11 next week. Because we'll have 2 episodes next week. So we probably won't get on here to talk spoilers probably until about 11 o'clock. Maybe a bit sooner. It just depends on how long the episodes are. Okay. You said, I will die on the opinion that the opening TASM 2 is the best ever. The best I've ever seen. Yeah, I agree. Yeah. I like likewise the fading TASM logo. Yeah. The problem with MCU Spider-Man is that they keep giving him mentors and not letting him stand on his own. I think that won't be the case no more. You said Tom Spider-Man movies ranked No Way Home, Homecoming, Far From Home. Yeah, I would agree with that one. I do like the ending of Far From Home though. I do like it. Toby Spider-Man and Deadpool 3 Logan would be cool too. Yeah, it would be. And Deadpool 3 Logan would be cool too. Probably said not sure Daredevil and Spidey will have much interaction. They're probably gonna try their best to keep him PG. Now I think so. Think about Punisher is in with Spider-Man, so there's a chance. I mean, he's way more grittier than Daredevil. I think Daredevil's more on Spidey's level, so I think there's a chance, especially in movie wise, to do it, but not like in a series wise. I don't think we'll ever see Spider-Man on a series. They're gonna keep him for movies and stuff. But clearly they'll have Daredevil. They're not afraid to put Matt Murdock in a movie, so they shouldn't be afraid to put Daredevil in a movie. So, to keep Spidey PG, yeah. Have a good night, Zach. Loved the first episode. Later, man. Later. Thank you, Marvel, for coming in. Night, Zach, and everyone. Don't let the kingpins bite. Will do. Ditto to you. You have a good night too, Lawrence. You have a good rest of your week. Prop said, anyway, it was fun. Yes, Prop. Thank you, everybody, for coming in here. Again, as always, we will be back here next Tuesday for episodes 2 and 3 of Born Again Season 2. As always, guys, I hope everybody has a great day, a safe day, and I'll catch you guys next week. Peace.